be a boy. But I wasn't. My parents had a girl already. My sister, Alva. Whoa. The sky sure is white, ain't it? You know? I was supposed to be in Mrs. Preston's class right now, but I quit 2 years ago. She was so strict. She would always say that my hands was dirty until one day when I explained to her that it was just cinders from falling off the railroad track so much. She wasn't understanding at all. Actually, no. She was just disappointed because she didn't get married. Poor thing. Probably never even had the opportunity to. Anyway, she's condemned to teach 5A for the rest of her natural life. They started teaching algebra, but I didn't give a goddamn about what X stood for, so I quit. Besides, what a girl needs to get along is social training. I learned all that from my sister Alva. She had this passion for railroad men, firemen, engineers, even the flight superintendent. We run a boarding house. Yeah, she was, I guess you might say, the main attraction. Jesus, she looked like a movie star. She had this one guy that used to bring her regular, after each run, a great, big, heart-shaped red silk box filled with all sorts of assorted candies and chocolates and nuts. Marvelous, isn't it? Do you know where Alva's right now? You'll never guess. Memphis, right? Maybe New Orleans, St. Louis. Jesus, you'll never guess. Alva is right now in the bone orchard. In the bone orchard cemetery graveyard. Jesus, Alva is now. But you don't even know half of the story, buddy. We used to have some high old times in that big yellow house right there. There were these musical instruments, and there was always music playing, and we'd throw these enormous parties where everybody would know to play an instrument, and there were violins and Hawaiian steel guitar, and there was always music. Now you don't hear a sound from there, do you? It's empty. Empty. Except for me. My mama ran off with a breakneck. After that, everything went to pieces. They put a big sign stuck up there. This property is condemned. My old man got to drinking, disappeared as well. I ought to refer his case to the Bureau of Missing Persons. The same as he done when my mama disappeared. After all that, it was just me and Alva. It was perfect till Alva's lungs got affected, and one day she Have you seen Greta Garbo in Camille? She had the same thing that Alba died of, lung infection. Only for Greta Garbo, it was very, very beautiful. There were all these white flowers everywhere and violins playing, and all of her lovers come back in a beautiful scene. But Alba's all disappeared, like rats from a sinking ship. That's how she used to describe it. It wasn't like death in the movies. She says, "Where's Albert, eh? Where's Clemens?" And none of them was around. I used to lie to her. I'd say, "They're coming to see you tomorrow, but they sent their regards." She'd ask me then, "Where's Mr. Johnson?" The fright superintendent. The most important character we had in all of our brooming house. They transferred him to Granada, but wishes to be remembered. She no was lying. This here is the payoff, she said. They all run out of me like rats from a sinking ship. They all run out of me, all of them. All of them except for Sydney. Sydney remained faithful. Sydney loved her very much. Sydney was the one that I told you about that used to bring her this beautiful red silk box with American Beauty chocolates and all that. Sydney loved her. But she never did care for Sydney. She said his teeth was decayed, so he smelled bad. Oh, poor Sydney. You know, it wasn't like that in the movies. When somebody dies in the movies, they play violins. But for Alba, they never did for Alba. They said it didn't agree with the hospital regulations. It didn't agree with the hospital regulations, but Alba loved to sing, Alba loved to dance, Alba would throw these enormous parties in our house and everybody would sing, and she had this piece. It was her favorite piece. Her song. I forgot her song. There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many. Oh, poor girls, and God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man, well down in New Orleans. This was her song. Oh, this that I'm wearing, it's all hers. I inherited from her. Everything, all of us, is now